kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
Nestled amidst rolling hills and meandering streams, the small town of Willow Creek was a place where time seemed to slow down. Its cobblestone streets wound between charming cottages with flower-filled window boxes. And the air was always fragrant with the scent of freshly baked pies from Mrs. Jenkins' bakery on the corner. In one of these cozy homes, a young girl named Lily lived with her parents and younger brother. With her long chestnut-colored pigtails that bounced with every step and eyes as bright as polished emeralds, Lily was a bundle of curiosity. Her mind was constantly filled with dreams of secret treasures hidden in forgotten places and thrilling adventures that awaited just around the corner. One particularly sunny afternoon, when the summer heat had driven most of the townspeople indoors for a siesta, Lily found herself with nothing to do. Her friends were all busy with their own chores, and even her brother had fallen asleep under the shade of an old oak tree in the backyard. Bored and restless, she decided to explore the attic of their old, creaky house. The attic had always held a certain allure for Lily, with its promise of forgotten trinkets and long-lost stories. As she climbed the rickety wooden stairs, the air grew stuffy and thick with the smell of old wood and dust. Dusty cobwebs clung to the beams overhead, and the dim light filtering through a small, dirty window cast an eerie glow over the place. Lily didn't mind. In fact, the mysterious atmosphere only made her more excited. She began rummaging through the forgotten chests and ancient boxes that were stacked haphazardly around the attic. Old clothes, yellowed books, and broken toys spilled out as she opened each box, but nothing caught her eye. Just when she was about to give up, her hand brushed against something smooth and cool. Her heart skipped a beat as she pulled it out. It was a mask, unlike anything she had ever seen before. The mask was made of a material that seemed to shimmer and shift in the light, like the iridescent shells she had collected from the seashore during her family's last vacation. It was adorned with delicate patterns and tiny jewels sparkled at the edges. Without a second thought, Lily slipped the mask onto her face. Instantly, a strange tingling sensation ran through her body, as if thousands of tiny electric shocks were coursing through her veins. Her heart began to race, a mix of excitement and a hint of fear. What wonders will this mask bring? She thought to herself, her mind filled with 1,000 questions. As she stood there, still trying to make sense of the strange feeling, Lily noticed that everything around her had changed. She felt lighter, more agile. With a sudden impulse, she ran towards the attic window and leapt over the low fence that surrounded the small balcony outside. To her amazement, she landed gracefully on the ground below, as if she had been doing it all her life. It was as if she had gained superhuman abilities overnight. But the changes didn't stop there. As she walked through the town, she could hear whispers on the wind from miles away. She could make out the worried conversation of an old woman in her kitchen, fretting about her missing cat, and the excited chatter of children playing in the park, planning their next adventure. And when she looked into the shadows, she could see dangers lurking there before they could strike. A snake slithering towards a group of unsuspecting children in the grass, its fangs glistening in the sunlight. She was able to warn them in time. her voice booming with authority. But perhaps the most amazing thing of all was that the mask began to reveal stories to Lily. Images and memories flashed before her eyes, stories of heroes who had once worn the mask. She saw a brave knight in shining armor, fighting off a horde of monsters to protect a village. She witnessed a kind-hearted sorceress using her powers to heal the sick and the injured. And she watched as a young adventurer, not much older than herself, risked his life to save a lost child from a treacherous cave. These were tales of bravery, selflessness, and kindness, of people who had used the power of the mask not for their own gain, but to protect the innocent and make the world a better place. Lily felt a warm glow growing inside her chest as she realized what these stories meant. A secret legacy was unfurling before her eyes. A long line of heroes who had lived not for glory or fame, but for the simple joy of helping others. She knew then that she had been chosen, that it was her turn to carry on this noble tradition. Embracing the mantle of these forgotten champions, Lily felt a newfound strength and courage welling up within her. She no longer saw obstacles as something to be feared. Instead, she laughed at them, turning them into stepping stones on her path to helping others. She used her newfound abilities to assist her fellow neighbors in ways she had never thought possible. Willow Creek, it seemed, was in need of help. An unpredictable mischief had spread throughout the town, turning ordinary chores into extraordinary challenges. Cats were constantly getting stuck in the tallest trees, their mournful meows echoing through the streets. Lost dogs wandered the alleys, barking alone and looking for their way home. And forgotten toys lay abandoned in the park, as if crying out for someone to notice them. Every corner of the town held a new puzzle, a new problem that only Lily, with the help of her enchanted mask, could solve. With masked courage and a tender heart, Lily set out on her mission. She would scale the tallest trees, using her newfound agility to rescue the frightened cats. She would follow the scent of lost dogs, her enhanced sense of smell leading her straight to them. And she would search every nook and cranny of the park, reuniting forgotten toys with their tearful owners. Each good deed she performed, each smile she wakened, seemed to breathe new life back into Willow Creek. The town, which had been on the verge of despair, now buzzed with a sense of hope and joy. At night, as she lay in her bed, exhausted but happy, Lily would find herself dancing in her dreams with the heroes of the past. They would gather around her, their faces filled with pride and approval. "You hold the key," they would whisper in her ear, their voices soft and encouraging. "Believe in what lies within." These words became her mantra, a constant reminder of the power that she possessed, not because of the mask, but because of the strength and kindness that were already inside her. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Lily and her enchanted mask became legends in Willow Creek. Children would look up to her with admiration, and adults would shake her hand in gratitude. But through it all, Lily remained humble. She had learned that true strength was not awakened by extraordinary abilities, but by the simple belief in oneself. The real magic of the mask, she realized, was not the power it gave her to be swift, strong, or wise, but the way it had taught her to believe in her own potential. It was like love, woven into the very fabric of the mask, and Lily wore it like her favorite coat, a source of warmth and comfort. As time passed, Lily knew that her time with the mask was coming to an end. She had fulfilled her destiny, brought peace and happiness back to Willow Creek, and in the process, she had discovered a part of herself that she never knew existed. With a heavy heart but a sense of pride, she placed the mask back in the attic where she had first found it. It now rests there, waiting patiently for another hero with a courageous heart. Someone who believes in impossible dreams. And perhaps, one day, it will find someone who sees the same gleaming wonder shining in the everyday world. Someone who will pick it up, put it on, and continue the legacy of the heroes of Willow Creek. So, remember, should you ever stumble upon such magic, let your heart lead the way. For you never know when you might discover the hero that has been waiting inside you, ready to be revived and make a difference in the world. If you like our stories, please like, subscribe, and turn on the little bell so you won't miss exciting stories every day. You are also welcome to share it with family and friends to listen to the story together. Love you.